Hello, this is Jen from Newton's Nook Designs. Today I'm going to be walking you through our fun new Back to Basics product release. This month we have some really cool new basic products that are sure to become a favorite in your collection. We've got 2 new fun paper pads, 3 new fun shape dies, and of course a fun new birthday set of Newton just to add a bit of whimsy. So I'm going to talk you through each of the new products, give you a closer look, and then show you some fun stuff you can create with it to give you a bit of inspiration. So stay tuned. First, I'm going to give you a closer look at our paper pads. So we thought it would be really fun to have just some fun basic paper patterns that you can add to any project. Whenever you just need that little extra touch of print, a little bit of hearts or dots, something like that. So we've got 2 paper pads, brights and pastels. Now both of these have the same prints in them, but the color palettes are different. So here you get the fun rainbow color palette, and here you get a fun pastel color palette that's perfect for spring or Easter or baby, anything like that. So let me show you what you get. So each of them has dots on the one side and hearts. And then the other direction you get stripes and gingham. Now there's 2 of each of the prints, so 2 of each color, and you get those 4 prints in each color. For the pastels, it's the same dots, hearts, and on the back you get the stripes and the gingham. So just a fun way to have a lot of basic prints that you can just add onto your projects. Let me show you a couple ways to use them. This first card, I used those fun pastel prints, and I just cut out a bunch of rectangles using our new basic frames die that I will show you in a few minutes. And I cut out, the yellow, the green, the pink, just kind of fun pastel colors. And then I added the sheep from our Boss stamp set with Thinking of You. Now, this could also have been a great baby card if you had put a baby sentiment on here, or you can make it an Easter card. So lots of fun ways you could use this stamp, or this paper pad rather. With the bright paper pad, I created this fun rainbow themed card. So I have the rainbow of colors, and I cut out little strips at an angle and glued them onto my card panel. And then I cut this out again with that basic frames that I'm going to show you in a minute. And then added a piece of vellum, a sunshine and cloud from our Sky Scene Builder die set, and then You Make Rainy Days Brighter. And that is from our Umbrella Pals stamp set. You could have put the umbrella on here too if you'd like, but I kept it just simple to show you the papers. Next, I'm going to show you our Frames and Takes die set. This is our newest in a line of fun frame die sets that we've done. Our first one was Frames and Flags, which you may know has a scalloped edge outer frame. And then we have Frame Work, which has a postage edged outer frame. Now this one has a fun zigzag edge, or pinking you might call it. And then inside that you get this fun frame that has 3 window cutouts and has a stitching through the middle. And then each of the window cutouts can also be used on their own. They have a fun stitching on the edges too. And then tags, you get 3 different tags, 1 larger tag with a fishtail and 2 little tags. So let me show you what all the pieces look like. So you can see the largest zigzag frame is sized to fit on an A2 card, like that. And then the next piece, I cut this out in a few different colors so you can see easily what you get. So this is that frame with the 3 windows. Now you could use it vertically or horizontally, depending on what you want to put inside it. You could use it on its own, or you could add those inset pieces back into it. So this is what you get when you cut it out. It does also have that stitched edge. It's a little hard to see because I used pattern paper, but if you used a solid paper, you could see it easily. So that one would fit in there. Polka dots. and hearts is what I cut out with it. And then you get the 3 tags. So here are the 3 tags. This is the fun fishtail banner. Just a cute little basic tag. And then a tag with 2 edges that you could tie across your card or project. So a lot of fun pieces with this one. Let me show you a fun thing you can create with it. So this is a fun spring card. I used some pattern papers to cut out the pieces on here. The patterns on this one are from our Spring Blooms paper pad. And then we have white frame around them. And then the little tag has a sentiment that says, "A happy spring hello." And that's from our Spring Bloom oval stamp set. It has some fun spring sentiments. And I thought that would be a fun one to add on there. And a little bit of ribbon. So you can see how fun and cheerful that would be for a spring greeting. In a similar fashion, I created this card. And this time I used a more muted color palette, but I still used the bright bold paper pattern here with the red and the yellow. But this one I just cut out a blue and then used the "Oh Criminy, I Missed Your Birthday" from our Fabulous Fungus stamp set and a few of the fun mushrooms. So you can see how easy it is to create a birthday card, a spring card, just using the same layout with these pieces. Of course, I had to try one vertically as well. And on this one, I used our Succulent Garden stamp set, cut out some fun succulents to kind of frame in the corners. And then I used the pastel basic paper, the purple one from our new Pastel Basics paper pad. And then the sentiments are from the Succulent Garden. This time I cut the inside out in white so you can see how nice that looks. You can see the stitching really well on this one. So you can see lots of options on how to use this fun new frame die. Next, I'm going to show you our basic frames die set. Now this is a fun, great basic die set if you just need some cool rectangle frames. It's got the basic rectangle, a couple of rounded rectangles, one with an angled edge, and then this kind of fun fishtail banner or pennant, however you want to call it. So this one is actually designed to work with our other frame dies, but it's great use on its own too. So let me show you a few options. Here are the pieces you get. This is the largest rectangle, has stitching. Here's that fun banner with the fishtail edge. The next is a rounded edge with stitching. Here's the one with the notched corner. And then the 2 smaller rectangles. So those are all the pieces you get. Now I did want to mention that this largest rectangle is designed to work with all of our other large frame dies. So here's that zigzag one I just showed you. That's new, but you can see that this layers perfectly over it. So you can get a fun layering effect by combining those 2 die sets together. It will also fit over the scalloped edge from the Frames and Flags die set that I mentioned earlier, and over the postage edge frame from the Framework die set. So you can see all these are sort of the same size, and that's intentional so that you can kind of mix and match and do all kinds of fun things if you have all these pieces. But again, this die could be definitely used on its own as well. So let me show you a couple cards using just the basic frames die on its own. So this one, I use all the pieces in the set. So here's that fun rectangle edge, the fishtail banner, the rounded edge, the notched edge, the next smallest one with the sentiment "Make a Wish" on it. That is from Birthday Essentials. And then "It's Your Day," also from Birthday Essentials, is on the littlest rectangle, and then I just kind of tucked it up in there. So that's a fun way to use all the pieces from the set. This also uses paper from our Birthday Party paper pad and the new Bright Basics paper pad. Super fun birthday card, easy to create. Then I got a little crazy and decided to make a fun card using our Newton Loves Tacos stamp set. Again, I used all the pieces. I used the largest frame here, the fishtail. Here's that fun notched one. And I cut that out of 2 pattern papers from the Bright Basics paper pad. And then a couple white just to kind of give them a little pop over their patterns. And then the sentiment is again on that smallest rectangle. It barely fit, but I think it works. It says spectacular birthday wishes. So a fun taco card. But you can see how there's so many possibilities using all the shapes from this new basic frame die. Next, I'm going to show you our Newton's Bright Birthday stamp set. Now, this is the only stamp set this month, but we had to include something with Newton because he's just so fun. Everybody loves Newton. And we thought what better to go with basics than birthday, because birthdays are all about something that you might use basic colors, fun, bright colors with. And they're such a fun staple to have around as birthday cards. So for this one, we have the 3 kitties, Newton and his 2 friends, and they're covering their eyes because the flames on the candle are so bright because there's so many candles. So it's super funny. So this one's got sunglasses and he's got a fire hydrant. The one in the middle is covering his eyes with his paws. And then the one on the edge is kind of just peeking out behind the gifts because it's too bright. We also have a birthday hat and a candle. And for sentiments, we have your birthday is starting to become a fire hazard. Cover your eyes and hope your birthday is a bright one. So you can see how you can mix and match those to create some really funny birthday cards. A die set is also available with the 3 dies. So let me show you a card I created using the fun new set combined with the dies that I just showed you. So we've got that cute image of all the kitties. This time I watercolored it with watercolor markers. And then I used the Hope Your Birthday is a Bright One sentiment on that fun fishtail banner cut out of white. And then I added yellow dots with our new Bright Basics paper. And then a blue background with that fun zigzag edged from the frames and tags die set. So all those fun products work so great together to make a fun basic card. And this was relatively easy to create, just mixing and matching the products. On this one, I went a little crazy. I used this similar products. I added a birthday hat, though, on the kitty. This time I colored it with Copic and kind of did bright colors to match the paper. I used, again, the fishtail banner and the rectangle with the different paper patterns from the Bright Basics paper. And then I cut the rectangles out. All of these cutouts are using that Basic Frames die set. And I did the cover your eyes, your birthday is starting to become a fire hazard. So a really funny birthday card to send someone who's got a few too many candles on their cake. Last, I'm going to show you the A2 card layout die set. Now this die set is meant to basically design the card front for you, and you can make great, quick, and easy cards with it. It's one piece, but you actually get 6 pieces cut when it's all cut out, because each of the inside pieces also is a shape of its own. Let me show you. So I just have it sitting on an A2 card front here. So you can see it's meant to fit on an A2 card front. And I cut it out in 2 colors. I cut it out in green and in white so you can see what you get. But each of these interior pieces has that fun stitched edge. So you could use that on its own if you wanted to. Or you could glue them back into the frame. Or you could use the frame on its own if you wanted to. Here's what the frame would look like. So you can see lots of fun options. You could cut these out in different colors, or what I sort of had intended when I was designing it is it would be fun to cut with pattern papers. So let me show you how that would look. I started out with this really fun basic birthday card. So I cut the frame die, the card layout die out in black first to get that fun black frame. And then I cut it out using the different patterns from our Bright Basics paper pad. So the two hearts, polka dots, and stripes in different colors. And then I cut out the center with white, stamped Happy Birthday from our Birthday Essentials stamp set, and then added a little birthday hat and some epoxy dots. So just a super quick and easy birthday card. And you can see how fun that is. I didn't really have to worry about designing what it was going to look like. I just kind of filled in the pieces. It's sort of like doing a puzzle. I did the same thing again, and this time I used a little bit more pattern paper instead of just a basic one. This is from our birthday party paper pad that has a little bit more intricate patterns. So we've got some fun birthday hats, some fun birthday presents, and then some tone-on-tone birthday presents and some balloons. So just a fun, colorful patterns. And then for the frame, I cut it out of yellow. And then I cut it out of black and embossed Happy Birthday, the same Happy Birthday from the Birthday Essentials stamp set. And this one is great because it's flat, so it would be easy to mail, and it just looks fabulous. So you can see how fun it is and easy to create quick cards. Just do a bunch of die cuts, and then you can mix and match the insides, and you have great birthday cards. Now, if you wanted to step it up a little, you could sort of use this die as a background, which is what I did on my third one. So on this one, I used the pretty floral papers from our Spring Blooms paper pad, and then a white border, both using that same frame die. And then I cut it out one more time out of green so that I had an extra, I think it was this top piece. And then I put that in the center, added the Springtime Wishes and the tulips, both from the tulip stamp set, and a little bit of fun baker's twine. So this is a little bit more layers, a little bit more involved of a card, but you can see that you can either go really simple or you can step it up and do some fun creative things with this die set. So I think it's going to be a really fun die set to have in your collection. It's got so many possibilities. So that's everything in our release. It's just jam-packed with fun stuff. Let me walk you through the cards one more time. So we've got those. We've got birthday cards. Got some fun shaped cards for another birthday. So you can see there's so many possibilities using all these fun new die sets and paper pads. I think you definitely want to add these to your collection. You won't regret it. I think you're going to have so much fun. I know I did working with all these new products. So thank you so much for taking a closer look at this with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you've got some inspiration. You can find everything over in our shop at newtonsnookdesigns.com under the new category. And while you're there, check out the birthday category and the spring category to find some things that you can mix and match in with the new products, because I think they're going to work with everything in your collection. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful creative day.